a concise approach to top-down market strategies and the forces affecting investments. That's the spoken word on investing.
We're going to get the spoken word now on the mining sector. Interesting story going on there, as told by our chief equity strategist, John Blank, who joins me now via Skype from the West Coast. It is an interesting story that you've identified in that sector, John. What exactly is happening there?
Yeah, Terry, iron ore miners, looked this morning on Monday, October the 19th, and you still have a Zacks number 17 rank out of 265 for iron ore miners. And this is something people need to be aware of. We've beaten these stocks down to death the last year and a half. A lot of them are off 80%. And some of them are trading at $3 and $4 and $5 a share. And the actual earning estimates revisions, Terry, are going up strong enough that we have a number of Zacks number 2 ranked stocks in the iron ore sector.
So are there any headwinds that are going to hit that sector or not?
Absolutely, Terry. I mean, the bid here is about the idea that the bottom's in for oil prices and therefore the bottom's in for all material stocks. So there's been a big short play on short oil, short euro, short materials. And that play has been so transparently telegraphed. And now we've seen short covering over the last 2 months that if oil keeps a floor above 45 and starts to rise, even breaks 50 and holds above 52, the minerals companies are going to go with it. The mining, the shorts on the mining stocks are going to go off, and the earnings are actually going to rise because everything in this market for the iron ore stocks is price driven on iron ore. And iron ore prices are driven basically by the outlook for the global economy and oil. And that's the whole story here, is that you've got a sleeper play here. It's probably a little early to play on it, but it's definitely alive.
So are investors better advised to play individual names or the sector?
I would play some individual names. A name I like, Terry, is actually Rio. Rio Tinto is an Australian iron ore firm. They're not actually in this industry, even though they are in the business of iron ore mining. They're in a much lower rank, Zacks Rank Industry, but they have about $39 a share price. And the reason is because they already make really good money. They make $2.50 a share in earnings. So you can get in on a Rio Tinto. And the reason you want to get in a Rio Tinto is if they're making that kind of money now, and you got some support for the downside story with iron ore prices, because they are certainly the most profitable and lowest cost. And if this thing is going to turn, these guys can go up and they'll go up fast. So you probably want to look for the Rio play versus, say, like a Vale, which is a Brazilian play. There's a lot more money to be made in Vale. It's a $5 share stock, but you've got a lot more risk too.
All right, any other names?
BHP Billiton is another Australian name, and then there's Fortescue Mining, which is also Australian. These are other stocks to take a look at. I don't like them as much as Rio Tinto, which is ticker Rio. But again, take a look at all 4 names and educate yourself on what's going on here, because there's definitely a play to be made in the next few months.
All right, John, thanks for that. That's the latest spoken word on John Blank mining some mining stocks for your consideration. With John, I'm Terry Ruffalo.